Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be. Trina Paulus and I'm Scott, are here again for our regular Monday Ask Trina Anything show. And we have a very special show today because someone reached out to Trina to activate her activism. I guess that's about the only way that I can phrase it. How are you doing today, Trina?
Well, I've just been through 3 days, and you have too, helping me to respond to this appeal from Korea. And this is a very special week. This is a week that every year some of us think about the dropping of the atom bomb, Hiroshima and then Nagasaki. And so that happens August 6th and August 9th on our dates. And it's a date later on Korean sized. So I always try to do something special on this time. And for years, I've done protests whenever I could concerning this. And I will be doing it again at our own New Jersey Peace Action Rally on Friday, the 4th. And behind me is the last and very beat up image of the sign that I made for the first United Nations Conference on Disarmament that has now probably been 30 protests throughout the years. And it has some wonderful stories that we won't go into right now unless there's ends up time. But what was asked of me special, with people from Korea asking me, because of my fame over there, because of Hope for the Flowers fame over there, when it's in the school system for so many years, and most people who grew up in Korea know the book. And so they wanted me to say something about the special efforts that this group is making, these wonderful environmental groups are making. And you can look them up online at Friends of the Earth and other sorts of things, or even on this YouTube and Facebook page. After we finish this, we'll put them up as links so that you can reach out to these groups if you want to support them. Because the Fukushima nuclear reactors, 3 of them, had a meltdown 22 years ago. A meltdown means, in this case, that a big tsunami wave came in from the Pacific and flooded the whole place. And a meltdown means the whole process of nuclear energy production stopped. But you have then these rods that create this nuclear energy needing to be bathed in water for centuries. And so they've been leaking out slowly into the Pacific for years. And for instance, somebody like me no longer would get her seaweed. Yep, seaweed. I get it from the East Coast now, from Maine, to avoid some of the Pacific.
And it's because all of this water that's been leaking into the Pacific is not only just water, it's contaminated water. It's irradiated water, is it not?
That's right. It's irradiated water, and it's very highly irradiated. Now, the issue right now is that after all these years, they want to do something bigger about it. And the Japanese government claims that they have found a way to detoxify it, to take away the radiation, except for tritium, which is highly radioactive still. And it's not known how much can go into us. And it's unknown to any of us in this field of trying to keep those things from happening, whether what they're saying is true about getting rid of the other bad stuff. I mean, there's a whole list of isotopes, nuclear isotopes, that is involved here. But they want to dump 1,300,000 tons, not gallons, tons into the Pacific starting this year. And of course, civil society around the world, for the most part, particularly in the Pacific Islands, that means Korea, Japan, the Philippines, and China itself, are protesting this bigger dump. And we do have to find out a solution about it. And I've said some of this on a longer video that we hope to put up at some point on our websites. But this one is a short one, Scott. Can you bring that up?
Sure.
This is the appeal to the Korean activists to join them in their protests and on their candlelight vigil on the 12th.
So this will go out worldwide from programming that they're originating?
I think so. They're just getting it today from us, so
Yeah.
we'll
So
see.
we'll find it out. Okay, so this is the video that you've recorded. It's about 2 minutes in length, and it's something that we'll be sending on to this wonderful group in Korea that is protesting the dumping of all of this wastewater. So we'll see the video, and then we'll be back on the other side. So here we go.
Hey, everybody. I'm Trina Paulus, author of Hope for the Flowers. And I'm been asked by this civil society group, wonderful group in Korea, who are struggling against the planned dumping of the waters from Fukushima that were totally contaminated by a tsunami 22 years ago, where it swept over 3 nuclear power plants and had the meltdown and the need for the water to keep it cooled because of the way that nuclear plants are built has persisted all these years. So now, after much leaking in the smaller way, they want to dump 1.33 million tons, not gallons, tons of water into the Pacific starting this month of August. This is one of the things that they have asked me to speak to you about, to encourage you to participate in their vigils and get in touch with this wonderful group of people, with activists. And I've been an activist in this whole question for many, many years. In the nuclear question, I was 15 when the bomb was dropped. And this is not the bomb, but this is the problem that we haven't yet solved about what to do with our nuclear waste. Everybody wants the power. Nobody wants the waste. I want to say the beautiful text from Tagore as an ending. Faith is the bird that feels the light and sings while the dawn is still dark. That we recall this to ourselves and go into our deeper, innermost spiritual dimensions as we tackle these huge problems of the world right now, because you and I know this is not the only one. But please help fight this one. We have to do what we can, don't we? I don't think there's anything better to do with our one wild, wonderful lives. Thanks a lot for listening.
You do such a nice job with those things, Trina. And I'm really looking forward to the reaction that the responses that we expect from that.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you for helping me get started with this stuff. And I figure at 92, I better do it.
Well, we both are, yeah, we both are learning on that. And also another person behind the scenes is a person whose name is Mary Soul, and she's been helping along with this on that as well. So thanks to her as well. So if people are interested in this, there are a couple of things that they can do. One of them might be to even connect with you. And how can people connect with you, Trina?
Well, Scott, I think that one of the best, I think, and they make comments on the YouTube channel, right? This is Hope for the Flowers, YouTube. And right below that, I see that you have, thank you. You've put up the website, hopefortheflowers.com. There's a now functioning, we trust, contact sheet at where you can find it at the top of course. It says contact. You can write me through that. You can also join the Facebook group. That's Hope for the Flowers Revolution on Facebook. We'd love to have you there. And
so why don't I go ahead? I think I can screen share and actually show some of this as well. So this is the website, hopefortheflowers.com. And if you were to scroll down all the way to the bottom here, there is a click here to join our Hope Revolution Facebook group. And so this would be the Facebook group that you could join. Excuse my screen, it shows everything. But for example, here is last week's Ask Trina Anything, and there are just a variety of different things that are on it. And hundreds and hundreds of people have joined this Facebook group. So we hope that if you're not a member right now, that you join via Trina's Facebook. And once you go to hopefortheflowers.com, you can also reach out to her and to the team through the contact page. Anything to add to that, Trina?
Well, I thank you for doing this. I think we maybe need to do something along these lines almost every time so that people know what to do. Maybe not as full as this, but thank you, Scott, because this is a worldwide group. There are people from all around the world because Hope has become a world book. And I'm just very grateful to God for giving it to me. It's 50 years old right now. And by the way, on that same first page that Scott showed you, you can also order the 50th anniversary special edition, or you can order the older ones. The story is the same on all of them. There's just a few differences, like the quotes inside the front, the paper cover of the 50th anniversary that makes it kind of special. But we don't ship overseas right now. So for overseas people, I suggest you get the ebook. It's just $2.99 on all the carriers. So thank you so much for watching this today, and blessings on us. And I want to say another Tagore little piece that's inspired me a lot. That's related to the first one we started with on the video. Faith is a seed. Oh, no, I can't even remember quietly how it starts, so we won't do that today. Thank you so much for watching. It's always dangerous to do things live like this.
Well, it makes it special in its own right. So thank you everyone for watching, whether it's live or if it in replay. We really appreciate you and look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.